Hi guys, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be showing you the newest Cle de Peau Blooming Cherry Refining Pressed Powder. That was a mouthful. You have no idea how difficult it was for me to get through that. Alright, so this is the newest or a new version of their refining pressed powder. This one has a rosy hue to it and the packaging is different. So this is a limited edition product and this is how it looks. Now I do want to be clear and let you guys know I do not own the original version. However, I did pull out some other powders that I have that I felt might give us about the same finish. So I will be swatching those next to this throughout today's video, and then I'm also going to show you and explain how I prefer to apply this product and how I like it best for myself. This powder is a whopping $105. I am not going to repeat the price because even saying it out loud kind of hurt a little. But yes, it is an extremely expensive powder. So I'm going to show you guys how it works. Is it really worth that hefty price tag? We will see. So again, with the packaging, beautiful packaging. I am literally obsessed with this, and trust me, you guys, I'm not somebody that obsesses over like auto packaging like this. I usually get my products in and then I toss the boxes out. I don't like to keep boxes for any of my makeup products except for the large eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath. Those are just also too gorgeous to throw out, and I don't know why I would keep this or how, because to take the product out of here isn't a difficult task, but it's just a little time consuming. So this is how you take it out. You just pull out the sleeve and then it's folded. So then you lift this up. There's a beautiful woman there. Pull it down and then open it sideways. You know, this is like some super fancy stuff here. And then open it this way. So this is how it comes, and then you can actually remove this here. So this is the palette, and then it comes with a little pouch as well. The inspiration with this packaging was like luxury kimonos. They did, let's see here, let me look at this real quick. They did collab with a Japanese painter named Ayana Otake. I'm 100% sure I butchered that name, I do apologize. It says here that the painter creates a collection of kimono chic women with coveted beautifiers perfect for holiday. So yeah, this is how we end up getting this packaging. So I guess like from this box here, it's like part of the kimono that the woman painted here is wearing. So let me actually bring it up closer to you guys here so you can see it. It's got a nice mirror and it opens all the way back. And then you get one of these little puffs, which especially for products like this, I don't really like to use these because I feel like they'll apply too much product at once in one spot and you won't get an even blend out of it. That's just really my assumption. I prefer to just not use that. And then you have a little plastic cover here to protect the sponge as well. And then here is the actual powder. And you can see it's got that rosy hue to it because they do sell the refills for the refining pressed powder. And I'm assuming right now all they have is the original version available. This actually has like a little indent here where you can put in your finger. You should be able to just pop out this little pan and then replace it with one of the refillables. So that's really nice that at least like this packaging I could possibly have forever, and I can just buy refillables for in here. So real quickly, I'm going to read off the description that's online for this powder. It says here, this ultra fine rosy powder delivers a fresh, radiant glow to skin, gliding on smoothly and leaving behind a delicate, translucent finish. It also helps soften the skin. So I honestly, guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, that is absolutely what this powder does. It makes your skin just look a lot smoother. It's like so refined that it even feels extremely silk to the touch. And when you apply it, your skin even looks a little silky. It just looks so nice, radiant, and healthy. So I'm going to show you in just a little bit exactly how. I don't have any of this on. As a matter of fact, today for my makeup, I purposely used all matte products on my face. My eyelids have some shimmerness, which by the way, totally off subject, but I used this for the first time today, the Naked Honey palette. I was not gonna get this, and then I saw 100 videos on it, and it seemed like most everybody loved it. So I ended up getting my hands on it, and I applied it today, and I love it. But okay, sorry, that was totally off subject. So yeah, I purposely did my face makeup matte because I wanted to show you guys what the difference would be like. I do want to do some comparisons with this one and some other powders that I have that also kind of give that radiant finish. However, when I had swatched these yesterday, I realized that they all have a different purpose. One by Terry. And this is the Brightening CC Powder. I believe this one comes in 4 different shades. I have mine in the shade 3, Apricot Glow. And this right here is how it looks. I have used it in a few videos in the past, and I've actually really enjoyed this one. So this here is a swatch of that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it here. And I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit just with my finger. And I'm not sure, I really hope that the camera's gonna pick up that right there. So this definitely gives some brightening effects. So now next to that, I wanna swatch this one from Cle de Peau. And this is how, oops, got it on my fingers there. But this is how that swatch looks like. It's my ring finger here. This one looks like if it's a little bit more chalky kind of, but it's not. It's so soft that I don't really feel like it gives off much pigment. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this pretty much right in the center of my hand here. And compared to the By Terry, you don't really see that much radiance here. But let's keep going, hold on, okay? So the next one that I have is by Laura Geller, and this is called the Filter Finish Setting Powder. This one gives a luminous finish, and I've got to agree with that, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this. Here's a swatch for that one, and I'm gonna swatch it on this other side of my hand here. I'm not even sure if you guys are going to be able to see the difference with these, but I really hope that you can. I hope that the camera picks it up. I can't tell from here, but right here is the Laura Geller. So again, we have the Laura Geller, we have the one that we're testing out today, which is the Cle de Peau, which is the Blooming Cherry. And then we have the By Terry right here. Overall, from the powders that I have, I was a little bit afraid that I was going to end up with a powder that does something similar to ones that I already own. The Cle de Peau pressed powder is so different because this one is going to give you a radiant finish. So when you think of a radiant finish, you think of something more natural, something of more like glowing from within. And I really feel like this delivers that. You get a really nice healthy look, but it's not overemphasized. It doesn't create way too much for you. It's very subtle. It looks so pretty. Now I'm gonna prove it to you guys in just a moment too. The one that I put on this side, which is the By Terry, this one is definitely more of that brightening. Now this one I would probably only use with a velvet finish foundation, one that's a matte foundation, but a foundation that's already a dewy or even a luminous foundation, I would not use this with. The Cle de Peau I would pretty much use with any foundation because I have tested it out with, I think at this point, I've tested it out with 3 foundations today, and I've used it with this one already in the past. I'm using the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refining Foundation. I've used it with the Stay Naked Foundation by Urban Decay, as well as, oops, not that one, the Guerlain L'Essentiel Foundation. And this one gives you a luminous finish, and it looked great. It did not make my skin look extra dewy or extra greasy or anything like that. Again, it just gives you or adds like a little bit of radiance to your skin. The Laura Geller one, this one I actually prefer to just apply on the high points of my face. So I'll kind of put it in a bigger portion than where I put my highlighter. So usually I put my highlighter just right here, but this I'll kind of blend it in around this whole area, around my forehead some more. Like I'll do my nose, but I won't go in around my entire face with this powder because it's just a little bit too much. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this powder. My favorite way of applying any of these products really is to use a brush like this. This one's the Surratt, I believe it's just a setting powder. It doesn't have a name on here. But this powder, or I'm sorry, this brush, I really like for products like this because it's extremely soft. It's not super dense, because if it's too dense, then you're just applying, again, too much product in one spot. And then to kind of blend it out, you can, but it takes a little bit more effort. So something like this, I think, works really well. And then I also have this one from Beautylish. What other brushes? Oh, you know what? I also have a few, and I don't have them down here with me right now, but I do have a few from Sonia G that would work really great with this as well. But today we'll be using this from Surratt. Now, before I apply this, I also need to mention to you guys, because this is a radiant powder, I don't typically like to just go in with a powder like this to set my entire face. So I first went in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and the reason why I did that is because I do have pretty large pores, especially around this area right here. My T-zone is where I tend to get oily throughout the day. So for me to avoid that, I already know that the Huda Beauty powder just works wonders for me, and I love to apply that on my T-zone. So again, today I'm showing you guys how I've enjoyed this powder and how I'm going to continue using it. So that is what I'm demoing today. But of course, if you have any questions regarding like the application, or if you want me to try a different way, I can do so and then get back to you and let you know how that worked out. I have no issues doing that, but just to reiterate, I just want to show you guys how I've found better use for this powder. I pick up about, so I already picked up the amount, I didn't get to show you guys, but I tapped it in a few times. This is about how much I picked up. I'll usually tap off the excess just once, and then I have used this as a setting powder, so I'll apply it right after my foundation and the Huda Beauty powder. I'll apply this like on the outer skirts of my face, but I've also been using it, I feel like my face, I'm like super hot, like my face and my ears are so red right now. I've also really been enjoying this to buff my makeup and kind of even things out, make everything look just a lot more seamless. So that's how we're gonna use it today, because this has been my most favorite way of using it. So I'm just gonna start in the outer portion here, and then whatever is left on the brush, I'll bring into my center. I gotta be careful because I already have on lipstick. Okay, but I hope you guys, can you guys see, I'll zoom in a little bit, and I hope you guys can see a difference between my right side and the left side of my face. It is a very subtle difference, but with even just the slightest difference that it gives, I am hooked with this powder. I've been super excited every day when I've been doing my makeup to finish off with this, because I just really like the difference that it does for my skin. I am pretty sure that the camera is not picking it up as well as it does in real life, but please guys, take my word for it. It just looks healthier, it looks more radiant. It even just makes my skin look much softer, and that's always been just a goal of mine, is for my skin to look nice and even and soft and just very silky, and that's what I'm getting with this powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on the other side of my face. So this is about how much I pick up. I'll tap off once, and then again, I like to start in the outer part of my face, and then kind of whatever is left, bring it in and kind of go all around. And then also, I didn't talk about it, this does have a slight scent to it. It's just like this very delicate, elegant scent. I'm not good at describing scents, so that's as far as I'm going to take it, but it's kind of subtle, and once you apply it, you don't smell it at all. Overall, I think this powder is gorgeous. Now, is it worth the price? I can't justify it. I'm gonna keep it. I love it. I'm gonna continue to use it. It's something I'm hoping that I continue loving because I already spent the money. Have been really enjoying it recently, or I mean I just most recently got it, and I'm hoping to continue enjoying that because sometimes you think you like a product and then after a while or after you try something else that's similar, you learn that that one's better because of whatever reason, and so you end up pushing things to the side. And I'm just hoping right now this is the one that's topping all of my like brightening or illuminating powders because it's more of a radiant powder, and it gives more of like that natural, more elegant, radiant look to my skin, which I really do enjoy. I think it's really nice because it's one that I can use pretty much on a daily basis. But because this is an extra step that's really not necessary, I can't justify the price. So with that being said, who am I to tell you guys if this is worth the money for you to go run out and get it. I've mentioned in the past, my sole purpose of creating videos and sharing them on YouTube is because I love to talk about this kind of stuff and I just need an outlet. I love to share my thoughts and reviews on new makeup, even old makeup. I don't care as long as it's makeup or anything kind of beauty related. I'm gonna buy this stuff anyway, so I figure I might as well share my thoughts and opinions on these things. I'm just relaying information from what I've gathered. This has nothing to do with me trying to convince anybody to run out and get anything, but I've got to say I'm very happy with this powder, so hopefully that continues. That is it as far as today's video, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you have not yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go so you do not miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks again for joining me. Until next time.